Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the MIME LLC room. My name is Felix Whipple. I am the Marketing and Communications Manager for MIME. And that can mean any number of things day to day. The way that our business is set up, we have our overall group, which is referred to as MIME LLC, with subsidiary businesses in all different types of music service, whether that be our recording studios, distribution, music publishing, sync licensing. So we sort of encompass the whole, the role of a label, but with remaining independent. What I do for all those businesses is a bit of everything. We have our two tracks that we refer to. We have our internal and our external communication. The external is your more traditional marketing. We have our website management, we have social media, we have PR, we do promotion throughout the cities that we're based in to try and build business and brand partnerships. We also have our internal communications, which is probably the less glamorous side, but as anybody in our business will tell you, it's how we function. We have our team systems, whether that be deal trackers or sharing music across our divisions, because of course, each business is doing their own scouting. They have their own clients that are coming in, and we get to see then, all right, if we have somebody who's come in and we distribute their music in one division, if there's a possibility that they need to work with a publisher, how do we get that music to our publishing team to see if there's a good fit there, to get them talking about the services that we offer, and do some of that cross promotion. So it's really important that our different team members, because we're in multiple cities, because we're in different business divisions, have a way to communicate effectively and can share information quickly. So I work a lot with how that information is shared, working with how we then sort of talk about our business with our clients. What's the mission that we want to send? How do we refer to our services, and how do we sort of put ourselves in a place within the marketplace? So it's a fascinating place to be. I am not a communications or marketing style person by training. I actually joined MIME about 4 years ago as an intern devoted to music production and audio engineering. Pretty quickly realized that as much as I enjoy writing songs and recording for myself, doing that for 8 hours a day for a client coming in is a very different dynamic. So I had a tremendous opportunity through that internship to sort of bounce around the family of companies here and learn about the music industry, learn where my passions lie, and eventually make my way into communication. So I guess I'm a living example of the idea that just because you're not working with the music making process every day, there's still a place for you in the music industry. There's a lot that needs to be done. There's a lot of really interesting minds that need to be collaborating in order to put out the best product. So if there are any questions that you have about MIME or our businesses, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is just felix@mimecorp, mimecorp.com. I'd be thrilled to talk with you more about it. Lacy, I'll kick it over to you.
Thank you, Felix. Hello, everyone. I'm Lacy Newson, Executive Administrator for Memphis Entertainment. I assist our co-founders, Mr. David Porter, who is our Chief Executive Officer, and also Mr. Tony Alexander, who is our President and Managing Director. In my role, similar to Felix, I have a great opportunity to touch many of the areas of business, but specifically, I work with a lot of our shared services, and they include human resources, accounting, tech support, marketing and communication, which is where I have an opportunity to collaborate with Felix, and also our studio services. So I don't have a traditional background in music. However, I do love music. And also, I think the experiences that I've had in other roles kind of helped me in the industry, in the role that I have. So I want everyone to know that you may not have the music background, but you may love music and you still want to be a part of it. There's a place for you, as Felix said. So in HR, I have an opportunity to work with our new hires, some of the exits, also our benefits and different employee relations. Also under accounting, I have an opportunity to work with our payroll, with our consultant and our vendor payments and like tax documentation. These are some of the things that I do like on a regular day. Also with tech support. I'm not solely responsible for tech support, but I work with our partner, and we work on system access, making sure that people have access to the systems that they need, Outlook, Microsoft, and these various things, tech systems and marketing. Of course, as mentioned before, I get to work with Felix and just kind of have an understanding of the different projects that are going on. And with our studio services, that's where I have an opportunity to connect with For You Recording and just kind of assist whatever various needs that they may have or things they might need from me. So working with Mr. Alexander, I have a great opportunity to touch a lot of these different areas of business because he touches them. And as his assistant, I help fill in the gap there. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. Non-traditional path, have a background coming from a different banking industry. And I think a lot of those skills kind of serve me well in this role, like with the finance areas and things like that. So even if you don't have, you didn't go to college for music, there can still be a place for you. And also the things that you can learn in this type of role are transferable to, I think, any industry. So I think that's a great thing. If I were to recommend one thing for someone that wants to become an executive assistant or an assistant in general, there's a book that Mr. Alexander gave me at the start. It's called Your World-Class Assistant, written by Michael Hyatt. It's an excellent read, and I would recommend it to anyone that's interested into getting into this field. Thank you.
So Lacy, as we both touched on there, we both have less than traditional paths to come into this field. And given our roles in the business, our jobs might look like a lot of other industries where it's Zoom calls and it's emails and it's phone calls and it's trying to work with other people to bring this business together. What would you say about working in music is the most exciting part for you? Why is these sorts of tasks in this industry feel different?
I think the most exciting part about working in the music industry is that I get to be a part of an industry with something that is so powerful. The way music can communicate so much. And I love that. I'm not recording the songs. I'm not singing the songs. I like to sing, but I don't want to be recorded. I still get to be a part of that. And so it's exciting when I'm doing, different things. A lot of times I have interactions with different celebrities, people I never would have met otherwise. And so we're just talking about regular business things. So that's something that's really exciting to me at times. Yeah. Same question, Felix. What would you say?
Yeah, I would say that I think it's something that brought all of us to this company, the desire to make sure that the best art is heard. It's tough being in the music industry today. It's sort of the flip side of the democratization that we've seen with all the online services for sharing and making your music is that there's more music than ever coming out. And one of the things that we try to embody here at Made in Memphis is what can we do to help that cream rise to the top? What are we going to do with the artists that we're involved with the community programs that we're involved with, and with the business partners we're involved with to make sure that any music that comes out under the Made in Memphis umbrella, we want it to be music that we can stand behind. And as somebody who, similar to Lacy, I have personal music background. I like to make music. That really makes me excited about the longevity of what we try to do here. There's an eye on the future. We don't want to just have tomorrow's hot single and then everything goes under in a week's time. The change that we hope to instill in the industry has to take a bit longer than that. So I guess sort of to summarize, there's sort of two parts. I believe in the art that we work with as well as the vision of the people.
I agree. That is so important. The mission, MIME's social mission is so powerful. And I love that it's real. Like we can apply it to our everyday lives and make a difference. So I agree with you. And one other question that I have for you, Felix, if you could give someone some advice about how to get to the place where you are, what you're doing, or just any advice in general about the career path, what would you share?
Yeah. I'd say that this might go beyond just our business. I think that the most important thing that somebody can keep in mind coming into a new role, whether that be as an intern or as a new hire, is to always be coachable. There is so much that even in the time that Lacy and I have spent in the music industry that we've maybe had encounters with, but we do not understand top to bottom. Everybody in this industry is constantly learning. The industry itself is constantly changing. So if you can maintain an attitude of wanting to learn more, of wanting to learn from your peers, whether that be somebody directly in your department or not, I think that that openness is what we've seen is to be really successful in our business. It says a lot about the way that somebody will approach a project, to sort of get your tunnel vision, and to think that I know the best way at all times is not often a recipe for, I'll go back to that same word, sustainability. We really want to see that there's ideas being shared. So yeah, staying open to new experiences and to new opportunities for learning. Is there anything you'd add to that, Lacy?
I agree 100% with you. One thing that I would also add is really connected to it is relationships. And I would say just making sure that you treat people kindly. I think that's really important. For some of us, the reason we're here is because of some of the relationships that we had. And that's how, we continue to grow. But not only that, just anywhere you go, that applies to every area of your life. It's important how you treat people. You don't want to burn bridges because that's just not the way to live. So that's what I would say. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I could just take that a step further. It's something that I see a lot in talking with young people looking for internships or for looking to get that first foot in the door with music is there's almost a bit of a hesitancy now to not use those relationships and be seen as, oh, that's the person that joined the business because they know so-and-so. And what I would just say to that is a lot of people know a lot of people. To simply have a connection is not going to be what keeps you in this business. So to build on what Lacy's added there, let's say use your relationships to the extent that you can, but know that if you're going to stick around, if you're going to make a name for yourself, that will be on the back of your own work. I'd say that the music industry is good at seeing through the smoke and mirrors, and yeah, to use those relationships to get the start, it's fantastic. But then it's on you. That's where the initiative will come in.
Very well said. If that is all, we just want to thank everyone for coming. Hope you enjoyed your time with us. And we look forward to doing this again sometime.
Absolutely. Appreciate you watching. Thank you.